Watch out now, because we got some family up in here. We got people from all over the world in here. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me go ahead and slow down the vibe just a little bit, because you know we can't have so much fun over here on YouTube. So we can just gonna go ahead and let the YouTube family come on up in here and listen. Go. Let me go ahead and welcome them. Good day, our YouTube family. Welcome in. So glad to have you here. My name is AD Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on here and we do this live from Monday to Thursday from 12 to 2, we have two simple goals. The first goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, we support each other. This is a safe space for you. The second goal that we have is that we're always going to have a conversation that is designed to be empowering and impactful at some meaningful level in your life so that you can become the absolute best version of yourself. And today is not unlike any other day where we do that. So welcome in. So glad to have you. I see you, Janae. Welcome in. Welcome in, Sunshine. I see you. Good day, good day, good day to you. Welcome in. So glad to have y'all here. Oh, listen, Jabs is in the building. Welcome in, Jabs, all the way from Kenya. Welcome in, Jabs. I'm so glad to have y'all up in here, and I appreciate y'all loving on each other. And if we do have any more newbies and we've not acknowledged you yet, just simply put newbie in the chat, and that's right here on TikTok and on YouTube. Yes. Whoo. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Listen, if y'all are ready to kick off today, put ready in the chat. Go ahead and fire that thing up. Put ready in the chat. Chris, listen. We got a newbie up in here. Y'all love on Chris, please. Y'all love on them, please. Thank you, Karen, for that daily heart me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jabs. Listen, it's nighttime over there. It's nighttime over there in Kenya. So we're gonna keep Jabs up for a little while. What's going on? JD Long in the building. Come on up in here. Ready. Let's go. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Let's go. Thank y'all so much. Wow, we're already at 15K. I was about to say, once we get up to 10K, let's go ahead and share out the live. Listen, y'all have already hit it. So go ahead and let's go ahead and share this live out. Let's go ahead and get your friends and family up in this thing because we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Today's conversation is a powerful one, just like I say every day, because all of our talks are powerful. Yes, it is. Thank you so much, JD Long, for sharing out the live. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for sharing it out. And so I think, that we've been talking so much about the gap. We've been talking so much about how, as we transition into that new space, that new embodiment, if you will, that new version of us, the version of us that is happy, healthy, healed, whole, and abundant. And yes, we do wrestle sometimes when we've done the inner work and the outside hasn't caught up with the inner work. But that's just the nature of this thing. And so we've been talking about that all week. But now I want to talk about something when it's time to receive the fruits of your labor, if you will. All right. And so today's topic is preparing for your new harvest. Today's topic is preparing for your new harvest. You have done the internal work, but are you ready to receive? Are you ready to receive? There comes a moment in every person's growth season when the work beneath the soil is complete. Listen, y'all should get excited about today. Y'all really should get excited about today. And I want y'all to be, because this is powerful. And so again, there comes a moment in every person's growth season where the work beneath the soil, that internal work, is complete, yet the visible harvest has not appeared. And the in-between space tests your faith more than any struggle ever did. All right? Many people say that they want abundance, they want prosperity, they want overflow, but very few people have emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually prepared themselves to receive what they have asked for. Yeah. Some people are not there. They're not ready. So today's conversation, the internal work, it really, as we focus on that internal work. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you so much. So glad to have you up in here, superstar. Thank you for the finger hearts. The internal work refines your identity. Because remember, the universe does not give us what we ask for. The universe gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. So that identity, how we see ourselves, is so vitally clear. And we talk about that aspect of this every single day. So the internal work, it refines your identity. The harvest exposes whether your identity can hold what it once only imagined. Is anybody ready to hold what they have imagined? If this, listen, if y'all think this might help you out a little bit, that's me in the chat. Put me in the chat. Go ahead and do that. If this is you, put me in the chat. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the finger hearts. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, If You Know, You Know. I see you up in here. Thank you, JD Long. Thank you, Licia. Thank you, Amy. Y'all are ready for it. I know you're ready for it because you have been doing the internal work. You have done your meditation. You have done all of the stuff. And yes, we've been there. Many of us are in the in-between. We're in the in-between, the gap, the void between our internal change and shift and the actual manifestation of what we have seen. Thank you, Chanel. So let's go. We are stepping into the season of the fire horse. Is that MJ coming on up in here? Welcome in, MJ. Come on in here. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. We are stepping into the season of the fire horse, a year that does not tolerate hesitation. And listen, for the next couple of days, I'm going to be talking about this fire horse, and I'm going to be incorporating it into our talks, okay? And so as we're stepping into this fire horse season, a year that does not tolerate hesitation, half belief, timid dreaming, it amplifies courage, movement, and bold expansion. So all of the stuff that you've been doing, all of the internal work, all of the scripting that you've been doing, the vision boards, all of the meditation, all of the praying, all of the embodying the version of yourself that you have seen for yourself. All of it is now at the cusp of breaking free. All of that stuff is at the cusp of changing, shifting. All of the healing, all of the prosperity, all of the abundance, all of the happiness, joy, peace, everything that you have been waiting for, everything that you have longed for, everything that you have been looking for and doing the internal work for. Each and every one of you, I'm telling you right now, you are on the cusp of it all breaking through. In fact, I've seen, because I've talked to some of you, it's already happening right now. It's already happening. So the fire horse energy does not gently knock on your door. Just remember that. This thing, it's purging, it's fire, it's strong, it's dynamic. So that fire horse energy doesn't gently knock on your door, it kicks it open, wide open, and asks if you meant what you said last year. Did you mean it? Did you mean what you said last year? Do you really want to be wealthy? Do you really want to live a life of prosperity? Do you want to live a life of abundance? Do you want to live a life that you have dared to dream about? It is dynamic, passionate, forward-moving energy that rewards clarity and punishes confusion. So, are we clear? Are we clear? If you understand, put clear in the chat. Put clear in the chat, y'all. Put clear in the chat. I hope you're clear, because this season is unapologetic. Hey, Infinite, good to see you on up in here. It's been a minute. You're clear. All right, JD Long, you clear. You're clear. You're clear. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Licia. Thank you, If You Know, You Know. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Marie. Good to see you up in here. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Here we go. Thank you, Jabs. This is not just about planting seeds anymore. This is not just about planting seeds anymore. This is about upgrading the container. Here we go. because we've had a conversation very, very similar to the one that we're having today. This is about upgrading the container, because until you are ready to hold the abundance, until you are ready to hold the abundance that the universe has for you, it's going to be hard for you to be blessed in the way that you have seen for yourself. So guess what? Today is about upgrading that container. So again, this is not about planting the seeds, not anymore, because you've already done that work. This is about upgrading the container so that it will hold the fruits of your labor. All right. If y'all are ready for part one, put one in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If you're ready for part one, put one in the chat. Let's go. Good. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, JD Long. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, If You Know, You Know. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Here we go. Let's keep going. The subconscious soil determines the size of the harvest. The subconscious mind, the soil, it determines the size of the harvest. Your subconscious mind is a soil where every belief about worthiness, about how you see yourself, about your relationship with money, it's where all of this stuff lives. Your worthiness, love, and success. All of those things have been planted long before you consciously declared the new intention. You can consciously affirm prosperity while subconsciously bracing for disappointment. Watch this. Now this is really, really key, because the subconscious mind, it loves the familiar. Always remember that, you all. And so when you start to run into fear, doubt, worry, trepidation, it is simply because your subconscious mind has not yet recalibrated to this new season. Even though you have done the inner work, it is always going to be a point where you start wrestling with certain aspects of your fear, aspects of the old version of you. That's the tough part. All right, here we go. Your subconscious, you can consciously affirm prosperity. You can speak it. You can speak it consciously. You can talk it. You can embrace it consciously, all while subconsciously bracing for disappointment. And the subconscious will always win. So what does that mean? So when you live in a world, when your mind, and you're accustomed to, let's just say, scarcity, where you lived in a season, when you lived in a season where paycheck to paycheck, moment to moment, where your bank account is not lining up with the vision that you have seen for yourself. I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like to have a picture of your life internally. When you go to bed at night, you have this beautiful dream of what your life should look like, how it should feel. But then when you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the ground, the reality that you're facing is very, very different. And so even though you can profess with your mouth and say, yo, I am ready for abundance. Listen, you can start using affirmation and saying, I am rich. I am abundant. I easily attract wealth and prosperity. You can say that consciously, but your subconscious mind, because of familiarity, because it has been forever, for years and years, accustomed to scarcity, accustomed to living paycheck to paycheck, accustomed to having to figure it out. And because that is a part of what is familiar, now this is where it's key. Your subconscious mind loves familiarity, and it deems everything that is familiar as safe, even though that which may be familiar and deemed as safe is uncomfortable. We like to call that the uncomfortable comfort zone. The uncomfortable comfort zone. Why is that? Because your mind, your subconscious mind loves the familiar. And so anytime you start to move outside of what is familiar, anytime you start moving outside of what's familiar to you and you start moving into the new space where you're starting to embrace certain qualities about yourself that you never did before, when you start to love yourself just a little bit more and you start to do the thing and you start to see some success, it's starting to show up in your life. The moment you start to see that, you start to worry. You say, wait a minute, how is this going to continue? And so you start bracing for the disappointment. Anybody ever been there? Anybody ever start going into a new season where everything is starting to line up, but you start to prepare yourself by bracing for disappointment? Y'all understand? Thank you, JD. Thank you. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you. You get into the new relationship. Thank you, Fine Wine. You get into a new relationship and you start to feel life bubbling again. Little buddy is acting right. Little boo, your new little boo, she's doing everything. All and listen, she dressing up, she cleaning herself up now. Everything looking good. You got you a new boo and everything is wonderful and delicious. Then all of a sudden you say, wait a minute. Sometimes this seems to be it's too good to be too good to be true. And so anybody know what I'm talking about? You start to get into that space and you say, well, something ain't right. And so no, you good, Trinity? Good to see you up in here, superstar. And so you start to say, well, I don't know about this thing. He or she just seemed to be too good to be true, or this opportunity seems to be too good to be true, and all of that kind of stuff. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Too good to be true. That's your subconscious mind. That's your subconscious mind acquiescing to the old you because it was comfortable with the season of disappointment. It was comfortable. Thank you, Janet. I see you. Thank you, JD Long. You start to wrestle with it. Hey, Divine, good to see you up in here. Welcome in. Thank you for that daily heart me. Yes, it is absolutely trauma adherence. It is absolutely trauma. And because it's lodged in the subconscious mind. That trauma is what is familiar. And so as you begin to move into that new space is unfamiliar because it's new. It's new. And so the old you starts to put up the antennas to say, something ain't right. This is out of order. This is out of alignment. I don't feel safe and secure because I'm not accustomed to this. I'm accustomed to having to check little boo-boo phone. I'm accustomed to they showing up too right. It's too much going on. Y'all understand? And so that's one of the natural things that you begin to wrestle with as you're moving into the new season. You move into that new season. So again, you can consciously affirm prosperity. You can consciously affirm prosperity while subconsciously bracing for the disappointment that should be coming. The law of correspondence reminds us that our outer world mirrors our inner structure, our inner dialogue. It mirrors that. And the harvest outside must correspond to the readiness inside. And so let me lay something down real quick, especially for my newbies. Come in, newbies, real quick. Come on in here, real quick. And again, if we got some newbies in here and we've not acknowledged you yet, please go ahead and put newbie in the chat so that we can love on you because we're glad that you're up in here. You see, we live in an energetic universe. We do. And because we live in an energetic universe, this universe has a language, and that language is frequency. And you may say, y'all love on Chanel, she's a newbie. So that frequency, you may say, well, where does it come from? In part, it comes from me, it comes from you. And so when it comes to the creation of our reality, you to great degree are responsible for the experience. Now watch this. Let me show you how. So you say, well, AD, yeah, I get it. Okay, we got a frequency, but where? How? Well, the frequency that we create, it arises out of the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. I like to call that the protocols of alignment. That protocol of alignment, it creates a resonance within us. That resonance is a frequency, and that frequency is broadcast out of us into the quantum field. The quantum field then receives it and reflects it back to us as reality. So the universal law, like we just said, that universal law reminds us. Thank you, fine wine, for my chain. The universal law of correspondence reminds us that as within, so without. As above, so below. As it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. So what we're saying is that literally, the world that is out here that we're experiencing as reality is simply a mirror image of what is happening on the inside. The challenge for most of us is that we believe that we can change our external reality by our hands only. We believe that we can push and fight and hustle and grind. And so therefore, that's why this hustle and grind culture is so very popular. And so, yeah, oh, trust me, adherence, we getting there. I got you. We're getting there. We're getting there. And so when it comes to your ability to manifest, it is based upon your focus. So where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. And always remember, the universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. That vibrational frequency is going to broadcast out into the quantum field, and the quantum field is going to reflect it back to us as reality. All right, so here we go. A person may journal daily about abundance, yet feel anxious when money increases. That's a part of the subconscious mind. That's a part of that trauma that adherence was just talking about. It's a part, many of us have financial trauma. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that. That's a phrase that I coined last year, and I kept using it over and over and over again because financial trauma is a real thing. Many of us witnessed certain things as children. Many of us experienced a lot of things as young adults. We experienced lack, want, need. We experienced brokenness. We experienced the lights being turned off. We experienced going to your bank account and it's in the negative. So we experience those things over and over and over and over again. Those create this traumatic experience in our lives. And that because we experienced it a few times over and over again, we wind up wrestling with it in our present state. Now, this may have happened years ago, but because it is a part of our subconscious programming, it continues to play out over and over again in our lives, thus causing a cyclical relationship with brokenness, lack, want, and need. So when the cycle begins to break and we start to move into the new season, our subconscious mind says, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not accustomed to this new wealth and this new abundance because I'm so accustomed to this. So you start to doubt it. You start to question it. You start to worry, when is this going to end? So our goal is to address that for sure today, because we have to prepare the vessel right now for the abundance that's preparing to come into your space. Because many of you, if you're on this live, many of you have already done the work. And because you have done the work, it is putting you in a space where you literally have to prepare. You have to prepare. You have to prepare for the abundance. And if you don't have the vessel, to hold the abundance, you have to be able to protect it. You have to be able to guard it. You have to be prepared to be a good steward of it. And so everything that you have experienced up until this point, all of the adversity is preparation for that abundance. If y'all get that, put preparation in the chat. Please put preparation in the chat. Thank you. A person, again, may journal about abundance, yet feel anxious when money increases. A professional may desire promotion, yet shrink when visible opportunities present themselves. Whoo! Quantum Quantum mechanics, it teaches us that observation collapses potential into form. That the law of vibration says that vibration first forms second. Vibration first forms second. See, the universal law of vibration, it actually precedes the law of attraction because you can't attract the thing until you become the vibration first. You got to be the vibrational match for the thing. You have to be a vibrational match or frequency match for the abundance. You know what, Amy? Go to the back of the room. Y'all see this foolishness? Amy is having way too much fun. See, a lot of people don't know about preparation H. It's supposed to be preparation A for preparation for abundance. Y'all are having too much fun. Go to the back of the room. See, now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is a doggone shame. Now we got newbies in here, Amy, and you're not supposed to cut up like this. Listen, go back there with Fine Wine and Mimi and Antoine. See, you know what? I think this came in because Antoine hadn't been in here in a while. And so here you come with all of this right here. God doggone it. The is a vibration of underpinning mechanism of attraction. It's the medium through which attraction is possible. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Lead with it, Joe. You in the right place. Come on in here. I love that. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Joe. I picked the word. Oh, okay, that's what it was. And you just played with it. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll take that. We'll take that. Preparation. So again, the quantum in quantum mechanics, it teaches us that observation collapses the potential into form. So what you expect, you energetically prepare for. What you expect, you energetically prepare for. The Tao Te Ching, it whispers that nature does not hurry. Always remember that. There's always divine timing that is a part of this process. There's divine timing a part of this process. And part of this is where you have to release because you're not in control of that. You're not in control of that. So again, the Tao Te Ching, it whispers that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Even though that it doesn't, nature, when have you seen nature hustle? Nature doesn't hustle. Nature doesn't grind. Nature doesn't do all of that stuff. Yet everything matures, everything flourishes, everything becomes in its own due time and its own due season. Meaning growth is silent until it is sudden. Growth is silent until it appears suddenly. That's why sometimes in uncommon hours, the abundance that you're looking for, it just shows up. Are you subconsciously bracing for loss while praying for gain? Is that where you are? And that's a real question. If the exact life you asked for arrived tomorrow, would your nervous system interpret it as danger? And so what happens then is that because of that fear, you begin to vibrate at a different frequency. And because the language of the universe is vibrational, because the language of the universe is vibrational, and your emotion represents what energy, emotion. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate it. Because vibrational. The frequency of where you are now creates a resonance out in the quantum field. Because where your energy goes, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. So it is inevitable. However, what we don't want to happen is that we create interference patterns in our frequency because we are beginning to wrestle with fear predicated by the old version of us, the season where lack was real, the season where struggle was real, the season where we had the financial trauma. So what happens, the universe doesn't care whether your vibrational frequency is high or low. It's going to honor it. It doesn't care if your vibrational experience is based on fear or faith. It is going to honor it. So we're having this conversation because I want you to be mindful of that vibrational frequency so that you can become a magnet for that financial wealth and abundance and prosperity and everything that you have been looking for. because now is the season. Now is the season for it. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, JD Long. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Infinique. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Licia. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Fire horse energy. Let's go ahead and put this in there because, as I said, as we move into this space, I'm going to continue. Oh, that's Monique. I said, well, come on in here, Monique. Good to see you up in here. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, here we go. Come on. Fire horse energy, bold expansion, or chaotic burnout. Come on here. We got some good stuff. What you say? What you say, Joe? Do you think it's possible to model vibration in the emotional and spiritual realm in the same way we model in the physical world? Absolutely. I do believe that. Because once you step outside of the realm of physicality, especially through your meditation, through because your subconscious mind is more than just a repository of information. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, G7. Thank you so much. Thank you, JP. And so, because when you start to step outside of that aspect, when you step outside of that version of you, your subconscious mind is more than a repository of information or your ideas about yourself. It literally, thank you, G7. It literally is a porthole. It is a gateway for you to access those higher realms that you're talking about. And so that emotional, that spiritual realm, you literally have the ability to vibrate and resonate, because that's really how we do the creation. Because those things happen in the higher dimensions first, and then they manifest here in the third. It manifests in the 3D. So that's why I teach that you thinking that you can manipulate stuff with your hands. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. You do better. You have less resistance in those spaces that you're talking about, Joe. All right, good deal. So, fire horse energy, bold expansion or chaotic burnout. The fire horse, it represents movement, passion, all of those things. It also represents independence, powerful moving forward, that forward momentum, unmanaged, it becomes impulsive and destructive. Because here's the thing, we cannot, thank you, JD, we cannot, if we're not prepared, because this energy is here, whether you know it or not, whether you embrace it or not, the energy is here, the energy is here, the energy is here. And because the energy is here, irrespective of your belief system in it or not, the energy of this year is still here. And so, irrespective of it, you have to, if you manage it well, if you manage this energetic season well, it will catapult you into the next level of your life. It will catapult your ability to manifest. It will catapult everything. So it's kind of like surfing. No, I'm not a big surfer, but I boogie board every now and again. I'm a Florida boy. And so when you go for my California people, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you, G7, for sharing out the live. When when we get up there and we call ourselves boogie board and we surfing, what are we looking for? We're looking for the wave, because it's because of the wave we catch the wave, and that wave then pushes us into our experience. You want to have a good time. We want to experience that shift and that growth. We want to experience that. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you for those finger hearts. Thank you, Jab, for the roses. We want to shift. We want to have that fun. Anybody? Do I have any surfers? I mean, I know this is another group, but I want to know, do we have any people in here? I'm with that JD Long all day long. We got any surfers? We got any boogie boarders in here? Do we have any? Do I have any? Well, I guess we don't have any, man. We might have a couple. Oh, there Chanel is up here. So you know what I'm talking about. I surfed in Costa Rica. Oh yeah, and I wakeboard. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, surfing life. I see you, Leanne. I see you, G7. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So the goal is we swim out. Watch this. How we do this? We swim out, and that's what y'all have been doing. We've been swimming out every day. You surfed it. All right, Malachi. You surfed in California. I see you. And so we swim out against the tide, against it. And so what does that do? That builds resistance. And so what we're doing initially is we have to move against the current. So the life that many of us are living and have been living has been moving against the tide, moving against the current. But then all of a sudden we look out and you see the wave. You see that wave, and then you turn around and you position your board in such a way that you turn your back and you start a little forward momentum. And as you paddle a little bit and you catch that wave, you got the perfect time and you catch that wave, and man, that wave will take you all the way in and you have the greatest experience of your life. Ride the wave. Yes, right. That's right. So what's happening now, and this is what's so important that you have to catch about this fire horse year. Good to see you on, Joy. This is what's so important about this year. This fire horse year is filled with energy. It is the wave. And if you manage it right, you can have a wonderful experience and it will take you to your destiny. However, just like with surfing, just like with boogie boarding, if you catch the wave wrong, you don't know how to navigate it, and you have not positioned yourself right. Listen, we all have been caught in the wake of a wave that was a little big, and we weren't ready for the wave, the power, the unbridled strength of it. And it just tumbles over. You listen, I don't know if y'all ever been caught in that spinning thing where you get caught up under the wave and you like, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? I can't breathe. I'm gonna die. But with this right here, what we're having, so the reason why we're having this conversation in light of this season, it is imperative that you understand that everything is going to move at light speed now. Everything is going to move at light speed. Does everybody understand this energy of this fire horse season, that everything is beginning to move at light speed? Do you say, thank you, Divine? If you understand that, put yes in the chat. If you understand it, if you see how it's going to catapult your life into the next space, because you've done the work, you've done the internal thing, and I cannot have this conversation without including what's happening energetically from a cosmic perspective all around you. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yes, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Joy. All right, here we go. So again, the fire horse represents movement, passion, independence, a powerful forward momentum. Unmanaged, though, it becomes impulsive and destructive, just like that wave. This year amplifies identity, because the universe does not give us it does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. So identity is key. Identity does two things. It creates standards and boundaries. Thank you, Mimi, for those finger hearts. It creates standards and boundaries. Y'all write this in the chat and make sure that you understand it. Identity creates standards and boundaries. And so as you move from the old version of you, letting go of the old. Oh, you must listen. You should have been here yesterday, JD Long. Yes. Oh, that's what we talked about. That letting go. Because we talked about the grief of letting go. Because when you have to let go of certain things, JD Long, it's kind of tough sometimes when you have to let go of certain relationships and you have to let go of certain things. And sometimes you get lost. It's hard because the universe can't pour into a full cup. So the cup has to be empty. Identity creates standards and boundaries. So as you move into the new space, you no longer have the same old standards and boundaries. You have a new set of standards and boundaries. And when I say boundaries, not in the sense of a wall that keeps people out or separates you off. No. I mean boundaries in a way that they act as filters and they only allow in that which will nurture. and the thing, and it filters out those things that will drain you. Here we go. This year amplifies identity. It accelerates whatever is dominant within you. So that's why you need to begin to live this version of yourself every single day. You need to live the highest and best version of you every single day. You need to walk in this as if. You know, the law of assumption says that the universe is going to give you also based upon your greatest assumption. What is the greatest assumption that you have about yourself right now? I assume that I am happy, healthy, healed, and wise. I assume that abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. I assume those things. And so the law of assumption is going to come into play in this moment. So if clarity leads, this is key. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, KK. Thank you, KK Harris. Thank you so much. If clarity leads, expansion follows. If clarity leads, expansion then will follow. Whatever is dominant assumption about you, that's right. That's right, Janae. If clarity leads, expansion follows. If fear leads, chaos follows. Write this down. Write this down. You don't have to put this in the chat if you don't want to, but if you're taking notes, I need you to write this down. If clarity leads, expansion follows. If fear leads, chaos follows in this season. So, as best you can, I need you to become laser-like focused. And what are you focused on? That which you are absolutely clear about. If you are questioning who you are and what it is that you really, really want in life, I need you to get it together real fast. I need you to get it because this season is designed based upon identity, and it is going to take you to that next level. You just wrote that on a post, Joy. Good. Because and you're going to begin to see these synchronicities over and over again. Affirming who you are, affirming to yourself, affirming to the world. So when clarity leads, expansion follows. Next level identity. Come on in here. Come on in here, KK. Why I keep wanting to call you KK? I guess it is KK. I started by saying Kiki. All right, here we go. Someone who's operating from purpose will experience acceleration and opportunities. Here it is. Here it is. Those of you who are clear, those of you who are operating from a place of divine purpose and intent, you will experience an acceleration and opportunities like never before in this season. When clarity leads, expansion follows. Fear cannot lead in this season. I hope you understand that. Fear cannot lead in this season. It has to be clarity. It has to be focused. And it has to be grounded in your passionate purpose and your reason for being here on this planet. Because as you bend and acquiesce to that version of you, that higher aspect of your being, that focus, that clarity of why you're here. I'm a healer. I'm a teacher. I am an entertainer. I'm a performer. I'm an artist. I am whatever it is, whatever follows the I am. Whatever the I am is. Whatever the I am is. Hey, Rosen, good to see you on. Whatever the I am is going to be expanded. Someone operating from insecurity may experience rapid exposure of unhealed patterns. Absolutely wonderful, Rosen. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna stands in the battlefield of destiny. Hesitation was not his path, alignment was. Hesitation was not his path, alignment was. The fire horse season is not asking if you are talented. It doesn't care about that. It's not asking if you're talented. It is asking if you are disciplined in your self-concept. I'm tapping. Y'all hear me? Y'all still there? It's not asking because see, many people revel in their talent. Many people revel in their ability to do a thing, but are you embodying the true version of yourself authentically? Are you living from a place of authenticity? Because many of us, here's the rub. Here's the rough part. Many of us are wearing too many masks. And those masks are very, very heavy. Those masks are very, very draining. Thank you, Amy, for those finger hearts. We wrestling with them. And because you're wrestling with the mask is not authentic. So you need to make sure that you are clear, because clarity is key. But clarity of what? Clarity of who you are in this season. I cannot express that any further. Many of us, and many of you that are on this live are living, here's the rough part. Many of you are living a lie. And why do I say that you're living a lie? I'm saying that you're living a lie because you know who you really are. You know that you're not supposed to be sitting behind that desk. You know that you're not supposed to be answering those folks' phones. You know that you are supposed to be doing something that's bigger and broader. You're living a lie because you're not bending to your true nature and who you truly are, who you were born and wired to be. And because you're not living in that state of authenticity, this season is going to be very, very rough for you. This season is going to be very, very challenging for you because it is going to unearth all of those things, because all behind the mask that you wear is insecurity. Please don't let them figure me out. Please don't let them see me. Don't let them see me. So let's get clear. Let's get clear. And let's get clear about who we are. Let's get clear about who we are. So again, the fire horse season is not asking if you're talented. It's not celebrating that at all. It is asking if you are disciplined in your self-concept. Have you cultivated an emotional maturity to sustain the blessings that you're asking for? Thank you if you know you know. Thank you for those roses. Thank you for the lightning bolts. No, this is it. Black sheep. And listen, and there's nothing wrong with being the black sheep of the family. Oh, nothing at all. You have to relish the fact that you are authentically you. And if there's never been a season where you were celebrated for being authentically you, that's not your problem. But when I tell you this year is going to honor your authenticity like never before, you talk about, listen, when you start literally, if you are a seer, be a seer. If you are a healer, be a healer. If you are one that uses tarot cards and you the best seer in the world, I need you to be the best seer in the world. If you the trash man and you see yourself as the trash man, thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine, for my hat. If you see yourself as the trash man, you better be the best doggone trash man, and you better embody it like never before. Hey, Monica, good to see you on in here. Whatever it is, whoever you see yourself as, you better see yourself clearly as it, walk in it, breathe it, be it every single step of the way. Thank you, Chanel, for my heart. You better see it every step of the way. If you're an empath, you better do it. You better walk in it. You better claim it, because if you don't claim it and you're tiptoeing around your intentions, it's like being on that boogie board or that surfboard and it's not stable. What if you're not certain about what you should do? It's time to get certain. You don't have the luxury anymore, Steph. See, Steph, before now, you could kind of paddleboard, you could kind of fake it till you make it kind of thing. You could kind of figure it out. No, ma'am. And so that's why I'm having this conversation, because this season is not the season for insecurity. This season is not the season for not being clear about who it is that you are. And listen, Gemma, you're another black sheep. We love it. Listen, you will find that many people, in our TikTok family and on our YouTube family, you'll find that many of us are the black sheep of our families. Because you think differently. You have different visions for yourself. You have you have ability to see beyond that which is apparent to some people. You see at a deeper level. Many of us our black sheep. And that's okay. Come on, here we go. Come on, here we go. We got some more stuff to do. If y'all are ready for part 3, we're put 3 in the chat. And this is a perfect time. We're at the top of the hour. I want to celebrate the fact that we are at, listen, this is crazy. Y'all, we might hit 200. Have we ever hit 200, Katie? My goodness. That's crazy. Have we hit listen, we're already at 87K right now at the top of the hour. We're already at 87K. So this is huge. So I know we're going to blow 100 wide open. And so let's see what happened. So listen, thank y'all so much for this, because we're going to keep going. We still got a few more. We still got another hour up in here together. And so we're going to continue to teach. This is your master class. All right. All right. So listen, thank y'all so much. Y'all are tapping away. Y'all are doing an amazing job. We're already at 88,000 likes. This is spectacular. Thank you so much. We have 63 folks in here. Make sure that y'all are following and connecting with each other. Love on each other. Y'all know how we do up in here. We created a safe space for all of us to experience the best growth ever. So continue. Oh, Kyle. Wait a minute, Kyle. You lost your home? Wow. Listen, y'all send some good energy to Kyle. Y'all send some really good energy. Thank y'all so much. Kyle says that on Friday, they lost his home. He lost his home to fire. Y'all send some good energy to Kyle. Kyle needs encouragement in a way that many of us have probably never experienced in our lives. So y'all, listen, y'all do that for me, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for sending him that good energy. Because we need it, boy, for sure. We need it. I get it. This is the right place. All right. And so y'all continue to love on each other and support each other. Listen, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. And so I want to invite you to keep coming back. Keep coming back. We're here Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. So again, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. Keep coming back. The second thing is that we have the second level of engagement, because this is the first level of engagement. The second level of engagement is we've created something called the Oasis. And the Oasis is our channel on Discord. And so inside of our channel on Discord called the Oasis, we have every Monday morning, we have at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our Monday morning meditation. And so that meditation time is really, really powerful, where we set our intentions for the week. Inside of the Oasis, we have pre-recorded guided meditations. We have pre-recorded hypnosis sessions that are to help you to sleep better, to attract wealth and abundance, to do all kinds of things. So you want to be in there. We also have a women's safe space, because women, there's a strong need for women to come together and to support one another. So we created that safe space, and that's curated and moderated by our wonderful Janae. In fact, we want to shout out to our moderators right now, right here at Midterm, Mimi and Fine Wine. Thank y'all so much for what you do. Thank you, Janae. And so the Oasis is an amazing place. So if you want to become a part of the Oasis, listen, all you have to do is to click on that picture of that good looking guy right there here on TikTok. And you click on that good looking guy and you see you can become a super fan. And as you become a super fan, TikTok will automatically put you in the Oasis. Now you may say, well, AD, I'm having some technical difficulties or some financial difficulties. And if you want to be in the Oasis, we will help you to get there. And so just reach out to one of our moderators, either Mimi, Fine Wine, or Janae, and they will help you to get into the Oasis. So that's the second level of engagement. The third and highest level of engagement means that you are a part of the Oasis Mind Spa. That means you've worked one-on-one with me. Doing some hypnosis stuff. Or you've been a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. Next week, you need to do the registration for it. Listen to me real good. Next week, Wednesday, February the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am hosting a virtual hypnosis experience. Who is it for? If you are a person that's been kind of looking at hypnosis and say, I really want to try that thing. This is a great opportunity for you to try that. And so what I'm about to do is I'm about to put some information up here. I'm about to put a form up here. And so if you are interested in the virtual hypnosis experience that's happening next week, or you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm about to put a form. You have to be serious. If you're not serious about it, if you're not serious about this, please do not fill this out. Please. But if you're serious about taking your life to the next level, if you're ready, here is that form right there. So fill out that form and somebody on the team will get back with you and to help you navigate both processes of becoming a part of the Oasis Mind Spa. So I thank y'all so much. Now here again. So this is going to be up here for a few more seconds. And so if any part of you, let me put this up here. If any part of what we've talked about today has resonated with you at any meaningful and powerful level, I want to offer it to you right now. I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. Don't go anywhere. I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code, and we just got a shipment of them in, so they are in stock. I'm really excited about that. If you are looking to expand your wealth, expand your abundance, I urge you to grab a copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. It is a powerful tool. Can y'all see this banner down here for the TikTok shop? Can y'all see it? If y'all can see it, just let me know. Let me know yes. Yes, it is 111. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Thank you, Fine Wine. If you can see, okay, you can see it. Excellent. Thank y'all. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Amy. So, Cracking the Abundance Code, I wrote this book so that people could have access to the same abundance that I have so wonderfully enjoyed. I really have. Yes, I've had ups. Yes, I've had some major downs. I've lost everything. But one thing that I learned that would keep a person from not experiencing the abundance that they've been looking for, because the abundance that you're looking for is looking for you too. Okay? I promise you the abundance is looking for you. But the only thing to a great degree was keeping a person out of vibrational harmony or frequency matching with abundance is one simple thing: limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. And so we have these limiting beliefs about us, things that anybody in here procrastinate. If you're a person that winds up procrastinating sometime, not pulling the trigger, you find yourself being fearful or doubtful of opportunities that present themselves. These are the limiting beliefs. And this is just a tiny snapshot. These are some of the limiting beliefs that will show up in your life that will thwart your efforts to attract wealth and abundance. And guess what I talk about in the very first chapter? Limiting beliefs. I talk about limiting beliefs so that you can recognize those limiting beliefs inside of you. The second chapter is on quantum leaping into your wealthy identity, because once you are able to recognize the limiting beliefs that have been holding you hostage and keeping you in a cycle of brokenness, of wanting, of needing, of scarcity, we help to break that by the first chapter. By the second chapter, we're already into quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. Because the universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. And then also, and the last thing I'm going to share with you, inside of Cracking the Abundance Code is a 21-day roadmap. This is not a challenge. It's not a challenge at all. This is like having me with you every single day, step by step, moment by moment. And as you have, step by step, moment by moment, I'm showing you what you need to be doing, what you need to be saying, some of the practices that you need to be incorporating into your life, step by step. This is the tip of the iceberg. It's a powerful piece. And so when you order Cracking the Abundance Code, I am going to send that bad boy out to you immediately. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to put your name inside of here. I'm going to put a special little note, and I'm also going to give you a gift. And inside of that gift, is going to be a powerful access to something much bigger. So go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, and I'm going to go ahead and ship that out to you today. So I celebrate the fact that you're doing that, because I see some of you have put that bad boy I see some of you have put it in your cart already. So excellent. Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Where my meditation people at? And then we get ready to kick back into our conversation real quick. Where are meditation people at? If you're a person that does meditation, put me in the chat. If you're a person that does meditation, put me in the chat. If that's you, let me help you with something. Meditation saved my life. I am not ashamed of it. Thank you, G7. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, JD Long. I see you. Meditation saved my life. And some of the toughest times that I had, it's my ability to tap into the highest version of myself that really changed everything. And so one of my friends and clients, members of the Oasis Mind Spa, she was like, AD, why don't you create some candles for us? And so I see you, Essie. Okay, I see you. And so I created these meditation manifestation candles. And these candles are really, really powerful. These are candles that we make in house. This is not something that we order offline and we turn around and sell them back. No, we actually make these in house. Each one of these candles, it's time for you to re-up on your candles. It's time for you to re-up, and it's time for you to re-up. So listen, each one of these candles is 100% natural soy. It's 100% natural soy-based candles, and they're infused with high quality essential oils. And the essential oils that they're infused with are in alignment with the intention for the candle. This is the abundance candle. So this is infused with the lemongrass and bergamot. So lemongrass, bergamot, and it also has lodestone oil in it. Lodestone is a magnet. And so it's magnetized oil inside of this candle, and it is to help you to attract wealth and abundance into your space from a vibrational, because everything in the universe vibrates, right? And so the vibrational frequency of this, because of the bergamot, the lemongrass, and the intentions that you put behind it, it is designed to accelerate the work that you're doing during your meditation time. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. If you know, you know, for grabbing your set, your Triple Bliss set. This is her re-upping. I don't know how many sets of the Triple Bliss sets that If You Know, You Know has gotten, but they work. I'm telling you right now. So this helps you to attract wealth and abundance and prosperity. That's the abundance candle. And it actually smells amazing too. That's another good thing about it. The next candle in the Triple Bliss set is the Heal candle. I love the Heal candle. It is a part of my daily process. This Heal candle is infused with essential rose oil. Essential rose oil is vital. The vibrational frequency of it is so high that it has an effect on our physical body. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you so much for the heart. It has such a powerful effect on the physical body, our energetic field, all of those things. So the essential rose oil is super powerful, and it smells absolutely amazing. So you definitely want to have this as a part of the Triple Bliss set because it helps to heal you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So this is definitely a great addition to it. And bringing up the real last but not least is the Happy candle. You can't, listen, you can't attract wealth and abundance and be miserable. That don't work like that. And so the Happy candle is infused with lemon verbena, and it smells, oh, this is one of my favorite scents in the world. I promise you it's one of my favorite scents in the world. So no, it's not designed, it's not, it's not for smell good, but it does smell good. This is to raise your vibrational frequency and your mood so that you begin to feel better. Because once you feel better, you begin to feel safe. If you don't feel safe, you can't attract wealth and abundance because you're not open to it. This is going to help with all of that. So all three of these candles, you get all three for the $39. You can't get one of these type manifestation meditation candles anywhere for that price. Not one of them, but you get all three. And again, we make these right here in house. So that's good to go. Thank y'all so much for grabbing your copy of Cracking Abundance Code and for grabbing your Triple Bliss set. We're going to go ahead and send those out to you today. We'll send them out. So we celebrate everybody for doing that. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and remove them from the live, but they're right here in the TikTok shop. They're right here in the TikTok shop. They're right here in the TikTok shop. So whenever you're ready to grab your set or your copy of the book, you have access to it. All right. Y'all ready to keep going? Because we're in part 3, right? Isn't that what we are? What part are we on? What part are we on? What part are we on? We're on part 3. Here we go. Let's go. Receiving requires identity expansion. Receiving, because we're talking about receiving. We're talking about being prepared to receive the abundance that you've been looking for. So, receiving requires identity expansion. Abundance is not a reward for hard work. And I know that might disappoint a lot of people. And there may be some people who say, AD, that makes sense. And I understand why it doesn't make sense, because I was one of those people too. Because I was raised in a family of high achievers. I was raised in a family that believed in higher education, that believed in working really, really hard. You're gonna go to school. You're gonna get good grades. You're gonna get you a college degree. You're gonna get you a good job, or you're gonna start a business and you're gonna make you some money. Those are the things. You're gonna make things happen. You're gonna hustle and you're gonna work hard. I remember I used to get phone calls, and my dad would call me early in the morning. He would call me. He would call me at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Man, you still in the bed? Yes, I'm still. Man, when I was your age, I was up and in my office and I was hustling, I was grinding. That's what you need to be doing right now. Ain't nowhere in the world I would be home and in my bed at this time of morning. Listen, money never sleeps. Money never sleeps. You better get up and get at it. That's what I heard all the time. Anybody had parents or somebody that said that to you, that you needed to be up and grinding and working hard, that you need to get on up out of this house and make some things happen? Anybody have parents or family like that? Thank you, G7. Anybody else? Anybody else have that as their experience? Thank you, Chanel. Come on. Because I know. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Lisa T. Yes. And so we wind up hustling and grinding and all of that stuff, and we believe the early bird. Yeah, that's another one. If you know, you know. If the early bird catches the worm. Come on, y'all. So y'all know we're on the same page. Abundance is not a reward, though, for hard work. I hate to bust your bubble. It's not. It is a reflection of expanded identity. Because we're talking about abundance now. Because abundance is not just about money. It's not. Abundance is having healthy relationships. Abundance is living a healthy and holistic life. Abundance is about balance. It's about having children and family members that are blessed and having people around you that love you. Having a home that's filled with laughter and joy and all kind of beautiful things. Abundance is all of this stuff. But abundance is not a reward for hard work. That's why. Because if you can see all of those things, the greatest things that we see or deem as abundant have nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with love, joy, happiness, peace, prosperity. All these things are in alignment with a higher vibrational frequency. Abundance is not a reward for hard work. It is the reflection of an expanded identity. An expanded identity. You do not attract what you want. You attract who you are subconsciously. It's based upon what your subconscious will permit, based upon identity. The law of assumption. We just got through talking about law of assumption. And you know, sometimes I get excited and I jump ahead of myself on my notes. But the law of assumption states that what you assume to be true about yourself will eventually harden into facts. That's the universal law of vibration. The universal law of vibration says frequency first, form second. Vibration first, form second. And then once the thing is formed, then the law of attraction comes into place, because then now you can begin to attract that thing into your experience. If you assume I am the type of person who always struggles, the harvest will include struggle. If you assume I'm a vessel of overflow, the subconscious begins to filter opportunities differently. It begins to bend, it begins to draw those things into your experience. In Christianity, the parable of the talents, y'all know the story about the talents, illustrates that expansion is given to those who steward well what they have already held. You know that story. You know that story in the Bible of the talents. You know the story. And I'm not the chapter and verse person. Don't get it twisted. I just went. I was forced to go to church. I was forced. But it was a good experience. It's always been a good experience because it pushed me into a space of understanding certain principles beyond my everyday life as a kid. Thank you, Chanel, for the finger hearts. Thank you. So that story of the talents, you had these three folks where you had the master who had given them the money. Let's just say he gave them some money, and then he had given them those things, and you had each one of those servants. They responded in a different way. You had one who went out and they were so afraid to lose the master's money, so they took and they buried their talents in the ground. You had another one who went out and they invested it just a little bit, not all of it, but they had a return. Then you had another one who took the advantage and they cast their bread upon the water. They really did their thing, and the return was great. And so when the master returned, and those people, those servants the servant who said, oh, I got everything that you gave me. And all he gave him was what he had put in his hand. That wasn't the greatest thing. So the greatest lesson is that for those of you who have so much inside of you, the reward for that thing is absolutely powerful, especially in this season. So when we look at from the Odu teaches that destiny unfolds when one aligns character with calling. Now that's real deep. When one aligns character with calling, what is your character? What is the substance of who you are? What's the substance of how you show up? How integrous do you operate? How integrous do you operate? And I like to use the word integrity or integrity, because integrity is more than just the thing. It actually is mathematical, because the root of integrity or integral is integer. And so that integer is that whole number. And so it denotes the fact that you are whole in your concept of yourself. So when that character meets calling, amazing things begin to happen in your life. Are you walking in good character? And have you embraced whatever your calling is? So what does that do in the fire horse season? It embraces and it amplifies how you see yourself. So a person of good character is going to attract wealth, abundance, and prosperity very easily in this season. And see, though, we're not going to go down a rabbit hole on the other stuff, because there's some other things that people hold. And see, money, and see, this is the thing where we have to get out of. Because especially in Ifa does not see abundance the same way that the Western world sees abundance. The Western world, to great degree, sees abundance as only money. And we're trapped in it. And this incessant need and desire for more and more money, more and more stuff, is at the crux of why many of us are being turned into slaves to our job, slaves to the grind, slave to the hustle. Anybody tired of being slave to the hustle? Because definitely, JD Long, it doesn't equate to happiness. That attachment. We're tired of the hustle and tired of the grind. And so true abundance, and in the scope of Ifa, is having a wonderful family, having a love-filled home, having great health. You see what I'm saying? These are the things that show true abundance. Building community. That's it, JD Long. All of these wonderful things, that's abundance. Living in a state of gratitude is a beautiful tool to attract even more of the same. So let's keep going. Who must you become to comfortably hold the prosperity you desire? Because many of you that are looking for wealth and abundance, that the question is not, oh, what do I need to do to attract more money? What do I need to do to, like, what's going to be my new hustle? I got to come up with something, because I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. I need to do something. That's not the question I want you to begin with. The question I want you to begin with is, who is it do I need to become in order to experience these things that I desire? Because remember, the desire is just the invitation. The embodiment is the completion of it. All right, here we go. If y'all are ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. Let's go. If y'all are ready. If you're ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. That's right, not how, but who. Not how, but who. Who do I need to become in order to experience all of this stuff? Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Licia. Thank you, Monique. The nervous system and prosperity. Now, this is big. The nervous system and prosperity. Many people sabotage abundance. You do. Every single day, and you're not even aware of it. That's why I wrote Cracking the Abundance, so you can recognize the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. The nervous system and prosperity. Many people sabotage their abundance Not because they are unworthy, but because their nervous system associates expansion with danger, growth with danger. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you for those goals. Yes, I am the greatest of all times. Trust and believe. And that's what you need to be saying to yourself at the same time, because this is a season in which you need to be embodying that part of you. Again, many people sabotage abundance not because they are unworthy or they feel unworthy, but because their nervous system associates expansion with danger. Growth equals danger. Expansion, danger. Why? Because it's unfamiliar. You're expanding into new territories. And then remember, always remember, the subconscious mind loves what? It loves the familiar. And as it loves the familiar, it disdains that which is unfamiliar. And as you expand, as anybody, you, me, as we expand, we go into a new area of life, a new persona, if you will. And that new persona is going to be deemed by our nervous system as unsafe. And so you're going to have a response. So growth changes dynamics. Growth changes dynamics in your relationships. This is what we've been talking about all week. Growth changes dynamics. It changes your relationships. So relationships shift. Responsibilities increase. That's why I was just talking to a good friend of mine for many, many years. And she asked me, she said, well, AD, how you do you do all of this yourself? Who helps you do what you do? And I had the unmitigated gall of saying, oh, I do everything myself. I don't. Yeah. And guess what? I had to come to realization that I can't do all of this by myself. Yes, that thing that my relationships and my world is changing, and as it's changing, I have to get comfortable with letting other people do things that I normally would take care of, because I value my clients. I value the people that I work with so much that I don't want anybody else's hands on them. I don't, because this is such sensitive work. And so I was having a conversation with a few people. I've had a few conversations with a few people, and y'all know who y'all are. And so those conversations have challenged me to bend to the new version of me. Because as I am expanding, and as we all expand, as we all grow, we have to start looking at the nature of our relationships. We have to start looking at what is happening and expanding in our own lives. And sometimes we have to let some old ways of doing things go. I can no longer manage everything myself. I have to put myself in a space where I trust other people with the destiny of other people, of my folks. It's just that simple. So again, growth changes dynamics. Dynamics in relationships, responsibilities, and expectations rise. Here it is. The subconscious seeks familiarity over fulfillment. A person may unconsciously overspend to return to a familiar financial baseline. Wow. Wow. That just hit me at a whole nother level. Think about that for a second. A person may unconsciously overspend. Now, you've been in a season of scarcity, right? And because you're in a season of scarcity and you've lived there for so long, you begin to move into a new space and you start attracting a whole bunch of abundance and prosperity, a whole lot of new money, right? But what we're saying here is a person may unconsciously spend too much money so that they can return to the familiar financial baseline that they're accustomed to. Because we all have a financial, right, there you go. I love Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh Lord, bless his little heart. I thought you were contributing something that's beautiful to the conversation, but I guess you don't have anything inside to do so. So go ahead and let them out of here, Janae. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. So again, your nervous system is going to respond to this. So a person who unconsciously overspends because they have a desire to return to a familiar financial baseline. And because we have a financial baseline, we all have a financial thermostat. Anybody ever heard of a financial thermostat? If you haven't, a financial thermostat is someone is we all have them. That's right, divine. Access revoked. Oh God. Access revoked. You better know it. Here we go. A financial thermostat is the place where when we look at our bank account, this is a good example. When we look at our bank account, we say, okay, all right, good. I'm good. All right. You look in that bank account and you're like, oh yeah, that's straight. So like, let's just say you look in your bank account, Nikki, Brenda, Janae, Mimi, Amy. You look in your bank account and you see $50,000. You see $50,000 in your account. You see it. You say, okay, I'm good. I'm straight. I feel good. I feel stable. Good word. I feel good. I feel good about that. You look in it and you might see, if somebody look in there and they see $57, you might start, whoa, hold on. You may start to feel uncomfortable. So just like your thermostat in the house and for your air conditioner, you set that thermostat to be comfortable. And so what if you set it on 70 degrees, that's your comfortable space. But when you are looking at your financial thermostat, it's based upon how much money you may have or access to in your account. Now, watch this. You look in your bank account. If you look, anybody in here be good to see 50K in their account? Anybody okay? Anybody would be happy if you saw 50,000 in one of your accounts? If that's you, put yes in the chat. Put that in the chat. Thank you, JD Long. Yes, Antoine. Yes. I see a lot of people be very happy. Love to. Yes. Very happy. Very happy with 50K in their account. Now, let me ask you this. What do y'all think would happen if Bill Gates looked in his account and saw 50K? What do you think would happen if well, I ain't going to say that name. What would happen if, what would happen if Elon Musk looked into his bank account and saw 50K? There you go, Joy. Panic. They would lose, they wouldn't be satisfied. They would lose their entire mind. They might go into a deep, dark depression. So that financial thermostat. So when I say that subconsciously, a person may go in and begin to overspend because you started to attract wealth and abundance. Subconsciously, you go in and you start spending everything that you got. Subconsciously, it is because you're trying to get back to that space of comfort, your financial thermostat. You didn't raise your financial thermostat. All right. A leader may procrastinate on big opportunities to avoid increased scrutiny. Listen, anybody ever had an opportunity or a moment where you were given an opportunity to become better? Getting a job increase, but you saw it as more role, more responsibility, more stuff I got to do. Come on now, Joy. That's it. So y'all felt the pain of that. But here's the thing. So you may have opportunities presented to you, but you turn the opportunity down because I don't want all of the responsibility. I don't want that level of expansion because what comes along with that expansion is too much for me to deal with. So subconsciously, do you see now where you have to be prepared internally, subconsciously to receive that level of abundance? Because if you don't receive that level of abundance, if you're not ready to receive that level of abundance, it will slip away from you very easily, effortlessly slip away. All right. Heart-brain coherence. Heart-brain coherence stabilizes the body during expansion. Coherence signals safety while stretching. The quantum field responds not just to thought, but to emotional coherence. Does your body feel safe? Because as I teach this all of the time, your body has to feel safe in order to receive. Because when you feel safe, you can trust, right? When you feel safe, you can trust. When you trust, you can allow people to come in your life. You allow opportunities to come in because you trust. You feel safe When you feel safe, you can trust. When you trust, you can allow. When you allow, you are open. When you're open, you can receive. Does everybody understand that? If you understand that, put yes in the chat. That's the nature of it. That's the nature of it. Now, when you feel unsafe, the opposite happens. When you're unsafe, you do not trust. When you don't feel safe around somebody, you don't feel safe in a situation, you're not trusting anything and anybody. And when you don't trust a thing or anybody, you don't allow. You don't allow people to come into your space. You don't allow all of that because you don't feel safe, you don't trust, you don't allow. And when you don't allow, you're not open. And when you're not open, you can't receive. You cannot receive. You are putting up resistance. So you can see how when your nervous system is on 10, you can see how your nervous system is you're constantly wrestling, you're constantly battling with not feeling safe. You see how you are closed off to abundance flowing into your life. That's why I wrote Cracking the Abundance Code for you to be able to recognize those things, because those things based upon your very nervous system create limiting beliefs. And those limiting beliefs create actions that are in alignment with limitation. That's also the reason why this month's theme for this month's virtual hypnosis experience is on limitless, living beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond scarcity. So these are things that this month, this is powerful. And you don't want to miss that experience for next week. That's next week, Wednesday the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you need to do the registration for it in order to become to be a part of that experience. If y'all are ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. Yes, the limitless is going to be powerful. I'm telling y'all, this hypnosis experience for this month, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. I promise you don't want to miss it. Here we go. Clearing old harvest residue. Here we go. Clearing old harvest residue. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for those 5s. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Sometimes you have done the inner work, but you're still emotionally attached to the identity that struggled. We just got through talking about it. We've been talking about that throughout. Letting go of the underdog story is going to be vital. Letting go of the underdog story can feel like losing part of your personality. The fire horse burns this residue. I'm telling you right now, the fire horse this year, it burns residue. It exposes attachment to narratives that once kept you safe, but you've passed that season. You're past that season where you were relying on those limiting beliefs and those narratives that kept you safe, the doubt that kept you safe, the fear that kept you out of harm's way. That season is over. It is done. So now you have to release that narrative, because as long as you hold on to those old stories, those old narratives, guess what? You're trapped in the same cyclical pattern of brokenness, scarcity, lack, and want. So as you break it, how do you break it? You move into a new identity. You begin to see yourself differently because you have different thoughts. You have different words that you speak, different actions that you take, different emotions that you experience. They create a new resonance. Thank you so very much for my crown. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let it be an all-consuming fire. I'm ready for the old me to kick the bucket. And listen, you're in the right place for it. You're in the right place for it, Joy. I promise you, you are. So again, the story of being overlooked, the story of being the strong one who never received support. The one who's always the go-to. Trying and struggling to teach the universe how to treat you, trying to teach people how to treat you by you overdoing and overbeing and all of that kind of stuff, just showing up over and over and over again. Thank you, Mimi, for those goats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The story of being the spiritual one who does not care about money. Let's pin our hat on that for a moment. Yeah, hard work pays off. Old narratives, always available. There you go. Now you're getting it. Watch this. The story of being the spiritual one who does not care about money. You see, there's this thing in the conscious community. Now, some people may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because I was introduced to the conscious community a very long time ago. Because I'm old. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm thankful. I was introduced to this conscious community right when I graduated from college in like around 1992, 93. Long time ago. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. Many people in the conscious community profess their disdain for money. And I'm going to tell you something. Has anybody noticed that many people in the conscious community, the conscious community, are some of the brokest people you'll ever see in your life? And I'm not just talking about financially. Their health is bad. Their relationships are bad. Their living situation is bad. But they so conscious. They so spiritual. They got it all together when they so deep. Thank you, Joy. They wear poverty as a badge of honor. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. And so are y'all. Everybody not going to agree with me. That's cool. It's cool. I understand. I understand. But let me tell you something. Abundance is your natural state, and don't you let anybody tell you otherwise. Abundance is your natural state. Why? Don't nothing feel better. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't nothing feel better than when you got you some nice money in your bank account. You sleep a little bit better. If I sent each and every one of you, if you woke up and you saw a big check for $1 million in your account, oh boy, some of y'all asleep like babies. You wouldn't worry about a thing because the financial abundance that's now in your life. Some of them so-called deep people, they so spiritual. They so spiritual that they're broke. They're broke emotionally. They're broke mentally. They're broke spiritually. They're broke financially. Forget that. Would you say, Jabs, you'll sleep for a week? Put $1 million in your bank account. Oh, you talking about rest. And then guess what will come up? Guess what will come up? Your ability to dream again. Oh, you got all kind of ideas for what you can do to the house now. And the things that, oh, wait a minute, hold on. You'll begin to dream again, the cars and the things that you'll be able to get. Like, I can see, anybody start dreaming again, the travel. Come on, Monique. All of the travel and the things. Oh, and listen, the holidays that you would enjoy. Oh my God, the things and the places that you would go and the things that you would do if you just had that, if you had that type of financial abundance. You're going to have to get rid of that narrative that says that there is honor in poverty. Yeah, come on now. Look. There you go. If you know your beautiful art and sculptures work everywhere. The yard will be redone. All kinds of beautiful things. Good to see you in here, Jamil. All kinds of wonderful things. Can you imagine your creativity once that type of abundance shows up in your experience? Say that part too, Joy. You can't even be a blessing to anybody because you're broke. The spiritual community, so many people in the spiritual community are so broke mentally, broke emotionally, broke financially. Like there's some honor. There's a badge of honor because you ain't got no money. The devil is a lie. Expansion. You'll expand your business. Clearing old harvest residue. Clearing that old stuff. Come on now. Yes, it's time to memorize a new story. It's time to memorize a new story, Janae. Excellent. Thank you. The Tao Te Ching reminds us that emptying is the beginning of filling. You cannot pour into a full cup. So it's time, as you're expanding, it's time to let go of those old narratives. It's time to let go of the old way of doing things because the way you've been doing things has not worked. You got to try something new. You got to try something great. You have to tap into something. Empty the vessel. Empty it out so that the universe can pour in a level of abundance that you have never seen before. But you have to be prepared. You have to have the right standards and boundaries in your life to manage the abundance that's coming into your experience right now. If y'all are ready for part 6, put 6 in the chain. Put 6 in the chat. You do? Put 6 in the chat. Here we go. Here we go. If y'all are ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Songbird. Oh, thank you, Mimi, for them goats. I sure appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. I really do. This is big. This is big. Y'all ready? This is big. The law of circulation and overflow. The law of circulation and overflow. Prosperity is not accumulation. It is circulation. It is circulation. Prosperity, sitting up there holding and hoarding on to what you have, that's not prosperity. Now, I'm not saying go and destroy your wealth and abundance. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But prosperity is not accumulation. It is circulation. The law of circulation teaches that what flows through you expands you. Write that down. The law of circulation teaches that what flows through you expands you. When you clutch tightly, you signal scarcity. Hello? Y'all still there? Y'all still there? Anybody still there? You still there? Y'all there? What flows through you? What flows through you? What flows through you expands you. When you clutch tightly, you signal scarcity. When you steward wisely, you signal trust. Yes, sir. This is the matrix of prosperity and true abundance. Thank you, Mimi, for those fire. Like, because I like to see the flames up in there because I get excited when I see the flames flowing across the in the chat. I love to see those. Because this is the year of the fire horse. So again, generosity opens channels. Wisdom protects those channels. Come on now, write it down. If you write anything about today, you need to write this day. Watch this. When you clutch too tightly, you signal scarcity. When you clutch too tightly, you signal scarcity. When you steward wisely, there's a difference between clutching too tightly and stewarding wisely. So generosity, it opens channels. Wisdom protects those channels, and gratitude multiplies the channels. Boy, when I tell you, whoo! Gratitude, as I say in here all of the time, gratitude is what? The great summoner. For whatever it is that you're grateful for, you attract an abundance of it into your life. Abundance is the great summoner. What are you grateful for now in this moment? So those 3 things right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mimi. Yes, I am the greatest of all time. Thank you for those goats. When you clutch too tightly, you signal scarcity. Stop being so cheap. Let it go. Let it flow. Let that thing flow. Stop being so cheap. That is tapping you into an energetic space of scarcity, lack, and need. Boy, but when you steward wisely, you signal trust. The fire horse energy favors movement. So that means that circulation has to move. The money has to move. Abundance has to flow. It signals prosperity. You're not holding on to things. You're not hoarding. You're letting it go. You're blessing people. You're being kind to one another. You're letting it go. You're allowing abundance to circulate. You're supporting your friends' businesses. You're supporting each other. You're supporting yourself. Circulation is key. Circulation has that flow. Abundance has to flow. Money has to flow. It has to circulate. And so the fire horse energy, it favors movement. Stagnation invites frustration. Are you positioned to be a reservoir or a river? Are you positioned to be a reservoir or a river? Are you backed up by a dam and levees and all of that kind of stuff that's hoarding and holding on? Or are you allowing abundance to flow through you? Because the flow through you expands you. The flow. You ever see the they did this thing. I watched the folks. There was this thing where there was a body of water that was separated by a little slither of beach. I don't know if anybody y'all saw that on social media. And the guys dug a trench between the stagnant water that was stuck in this pond, and they connected it. They dug a trench with a shovel. They dug a trench from the pond of water to the ocean. What happens when the first trickle of water begins to flow through the channel? It began to build momentum. And as it built momentum, it began to expand the tiny little trench that they dug with a shovel to the point where it began to expand so much that guys were able to surf inside. They were able to get on their little boogie boards and their surfboards because the current was so strong and flowing through that channel that it began to not only expand, but the velocity and the force that it threw as it moved back to the ocean, because now it was connected to something that was bigger than them. That flow could now move. You saw it. Yes, it was so cool. Yes, it was. But now watch this. This right here, this energy, this stagnation that you're experiencing because you're hoarding. But when you let go and you ask yourself, are you a reservoir? Are you that pond? Are you a river? Let me be a river. I want the abundance to flow through me because it's the abundance that flows through me that will expand me. If y'all understand that, put yes in the chat. If y'all understand that, put yes in the chat. And we are almost up out of here. This is good. We are almost up out of here. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. Put 7 in the chat. The preparation for the container. The preparation. Let me be a river. Come on now, Wushu. Good to see you on up in here. Preparation for the container. The size of the container determines the size of the harvest you can hold. The size of the container, the size of the container determines the size of the harvest. The size of the container determines the size of the harvest. A fragile concept of self cannot hold massive visibility. So if you shrink, if you find yourself shrinking and being a small version of you, you're not ready for abundance. You're not ready for the overflow. And so guess what? You're going to have to expand that. You're going to have to get out of your own way. You're going to have to stop talking about, well, I don't want to go live. Or I don't want to post because I don't want, well, I want to do it and I don't want people to see my face. Really? Really? This is not the year for that. Yeah, you might have got away with that in years past, but this is the year of the fire horse. Baby, you don't have time for that. An inconsistent routine cannot hold sustained success. I want to knock over the screen right now. Thank you, Josie, for being on here. All right now, superstar. All right, songbirds, baby. We appreciate you for being up in here. Thank you so much for being up in here. We glad that you came today. All right, here we go. Inconsistent routine. I want to hang my hat on this because we only have a few more minutes later. Inconsistent routine cannot hold sustained success. Many of you want the success without the process. You want the prize without the journey. You have to be consistent in your efforts. You have to be consistent in your efforts. When I made a decision to go live every single day, and I did it for months, Monday through Friday, we had to back that down to Monday through Thursday because coach was burnt out. I was tired. I needed some rest. But it was the consistency. You see people on this app thriving and doing exceedingly well. It wasn't because of a splash in the pan. They were busy and they were working while nobody was looking. When you do the thing, you shall have power. When you sell out to the vision of your life and you sell out to the dreams and you start to walk in your divine purpose and intent and you start doing the thing. And as you do the thing, man, when I tell you and you do it consistently every single day, even if it's small steps that you're taking, you're consistent. Just as the algorithm rewards us for being simple and consistent, so will life reward you for being consistent. Consistency is everything. And so it allows you to maintain and sustain the abundance that flows into your life. That consistent action. That's it. Discipline is the invisible architecture of prosperity. Oh, that sounds delicious. Let that just slip through your subconscious mind. Let it resonate there. Discipline is the invisible architecture of prosperity. Daily habits reinforce identity. Identity reinforces expectations. Expectations shape reality. Come on now. Discipline is the invisible architecture of prosperity. It's the invisible architecture of success. That's it. Quantum entanglement suggests Quantum entanglement suggests that what you align with internally synchronizes externally. That's why synchronicity begins to show up in your life when you begin to do the thing, and you shall have power consistently, easily doing the thing that you love to do every single day. That's why it's so important for you to live a life that's authentic. The reason why you can't be consistent is because you don't even like what you do. When you love what you do, you can consistently do it easily without effort. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat because we're almost up out of here. This is a part of it. The harvest is already growing. The harvest is already growing. You have done the work. You've done the internal work. You've done the internal work. So now it's time to get serious about your destiny. It's so time for you to stop tiptoeing around your intentions about who you are. It's time for you to be unapologetically you. I don't care who doesn't like you. I don't care what family member doesn't jive with the new version of you. I don't care who doesn't feel comfortable with your light shining as bright as it's been shining so lately. That's not your problem. That's their problem. You have to love yourself more so now than ever before, but you have to solidify the self, that image that you're loving. Fall in love with yourself again, because as you fall in love with yourself, I promise you, your experience will be very, very different. You're not waiting for abundance. Abundance is waiting for you. You're not waiting for abundance. Abundance is your natural state. You came from abundance. You came from the source that you came from is abundant. So if the very nature and the source of the very source that you came from is abundant, then who you are is abundant. And so if you don't see abundance in your life, that means you're not prepared for it. That's why we're having this conversation, so that you can be. You're not waiting for abundance. Abundance is waiting for you. That's why I say all of the time, abundance. Yes, abundance is your natural state, wushu. The internal work has been prepared for so long. You've done the work. You've tilled the soil. Now prepare the container. This fire horse year can accelerate beyond your wildest dreams and imagination. This is your time. This is your season. It's time for you to walk in it. It's time for you to claim it. It's time for you to live it. And to do so unapologetically. Stop. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. And the mask, I'm talking about the mask of you living a life that somebody else created for you. I'm talking about the life that other people wanted you to live. I'm talking about a path that other people wanted you to go down, but that wasn't your path. You're a dancer. You're a singer. You're a writer. You're an artist. You're a teacher. You're a healer. You're an herbalist. You're whoever it is that you are. Thank you so much for those lightning bolts. If you know, you know. If that's your true calling, it's now. It's now that you have to begin to walk in it. And you have to be comfortable with letting everything go that no longer serves you. This is the greatest season of your life, not because I say so, but because you have decided to become the best version of yourself right now. Build the capacity. Trust the process. This season is ready to catapult you, and I hope you are. I hope you are. I think we did pretty good today. What y'all think? I think we did pretty good today. Today is our Friday. Today is our Friday, and we're at 180K, 180,000. I think we can get to 200. You know what? I think today we should go ahead and hit 200K. I think we should get to 200K because we deserve to get to 200K. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Fine Wine, for those goats. Thank you so much. Ooh, I like that. What is that right there? Ooh, that rising key. I like that rising key. Ooh, that made me feel happy. I like that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, let's tap it up. Listen, I think we can get, and I think because we were talking about abundance and prosperity, I think going to 200K, I think that'll get us. Listen, let's go ahead and we're going to release listen, y'all stay here. Don't go anywhere because we're going to kick our party off because it's our Friday. Thank you so much. Thank you for the goats. Thank you for the finger hearts. If you know, you know. Listen, we're going to go ahead and release our YouTube family because we're getting ready to do our after party over here on TikTok. So don't y'all go nowhere. Don't go anywhere. We getting ready to party. We getting ready to tap this thing up real quick. Go ahead and run this up to 200K. Yeah, we're going to do 200K today. Bam, there we are. Here we go. So thank you so much, our YouTube family. Much love, much love. We will be back on Monday. So listen. For those of you who want to be a part of the virtual hypnosis experience, y'all need to connect. Those of you who want to be a part of Monday morning meditation in the Oasis, it's at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're more than welcome. You're invited to join us so that you can set your intentions for the week. It's a powerful time. We're catching this powerful energy. We're going to catch this wave. So thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, Janae, for doing what you do over here. Thank you all our folks over here on YouTube and our YouTube family. Much love. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, our new people. I surely and truly appreciate you. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and let y'all go. And y'all are more than welcome to come over here to TikTok because we're about to kick off this after party. Trust me and believe right there.